feel to be back home?
Man, it feels great, man. You know when you cut me, I bleed orange and green. So just happy to be back at UM. This is where it all started. You know, came here as a young man from Texas, a young kid from Texas, and all I had is what my mom and dad taught me, and had a group of guys. There's like 11 more of us that came in that class, and you know, we put our hard hat on, came through the probation period, and we turned this thing into a national championship football team before we left. So, just happy to be back.
So I guess the opportunity to work with Jason Taylor, just how is that kind of workflow going to work, and how much are you looking forward to working with him?
Well, I'm excited about it because Jason played 15 years. He's a gold jacket guy. You know, he's coached high school ball before he got here, so he's well versed in how to handle and work with kids. And for myself, kind of the same thing. You know, started in high school, then ended up at FIU with Butch Davis, and went out to Seattle for 4 years, and then spent last year with Coach Prime in Colorado. And now I'm here. So I think what we bring to the table as players and as a coach is going to be very, you know, very good for these kids. You know, just help them develop and turn into players that can possibly have a chance to go do something when they go play on the next level.
And how much did you learn about just coaching at the college level from your year at Colorado?
From my year in Colorado, I learned a lot, you know, because it's just a different game than what it is in the pros. I mean, the hashes are more wide than it is in the NFL. The ball is different. The rules are a little bit different. So it's just taking the fundamentals from coaching in the league and then bringing it to the guys at a college level. You know, striking and playing with your feet and staying up and, you know, working your hands in the pass rush and stuff like that, which is all good stuff and the stuff that these kids want to learn. You want to learn how to be an elite pass rusher. You want to learn how to be an elite run player. So just learn those skills in Seattle and as a player. You know, I obviously played for 10 years, but just able to translate that to them to where they understand and get it and can apply that on the field.
You talked about being able to help turn Miami into a championship program when you were a player. What do you feel like that transition, like trying to do that from a coaching perspective?
It's going to be the same thing. It's always the same. It's mindset of a matter. You know, obviously we have a tradition here. We have a culture here that started long before these kids were born. You know, you talk about the Jerome Browns and the Russell Merlins of the world. They set a trend on how you play up front here, and it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're going to get back to playing that style of football where we can knock back and be physical at the point of attack, ripping off blocks in the run game and being disruptive in the pass game. That's who University of Miami is, and that's what we want to get back to.
What can you say about the personnel that you saw in the room, and how excited are you to develop those guys? And did any guys kind of stand out to you?
So just looking from the drill point, so all we've been doing is mat drills and doing some stuff out on the field. The guys have been doing their PLPs and stuff. I mean, you see talent there. Like, this is a very talented group. But as far as being able to work with them, I'm excited for Monday for that. So for me, all these guys are here, they're here to play, and I want to see what they can do on Monday. So I'm not coming in with any predetermined notion on who's who and what's what. You're going to earn what you get here. So I want these guys to come out and be highly competitive, run into the football, doing the things that I ask, and then we'll start worrying about who's starting and who's not before the season starts. That's kind of where I'm at with that. So everybody's got a blank slate with me, and we're going to work and just see who rises to the top.
What is the conversation like with both Mario and with Coach Heatherman about just their direction, what they see from the defense?
So I'll spend a lot of time with Heatherman just talking about the scheme and how he does things, because I want to do it the way he wants it done. So I think that's the most important thing. So just making sure that we're executing the way that he wants it executed, and then we'll just go from there, because I'm kind of learning the scheme as well. I mean, I've just been here just 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks Wednesday. So I'm just catching up and learning everything as it goes, and able to apply what I'm learning in the meeting rooms. They'll be able to take it to the kids in their meeting rooms and make sure they're doing things right.
When it comes to recruiting, what kind of guys are you looking to recruit?
Man, I'm looking for dogs, man. I'm looking for guys that's twitchy, you know, that's strong at the point of attack, you know, aggressive in nature and the way they play, and just showing some pass rush ability, because, you know, that's something that you're going to have to teach every day anyway. But just guys that play with a high motor, and guys that are physical and tough and show that toughness every snap. You know, I look, if a guy gets caught on a play, if he comes back the next play and try to jack somebody up, that's the kind of guys I'm looking for. I'd rather coach them down instead of having to coach them up. You know what I'm saying? So those are the players we're looking for.
You overlapped with Mario when he was a GA and you were a player. Right? Just what do you remember about your guys' relationship then? Just what's it like seeing how he's on his coaching trajectory?
Mario's always been amazing. I mean, when he was here as a GA, he coached hard. You know, you heard him out on the field coaching the offensive line. And when we're on the defense side of the ball, you're here getting on guys and stuff like that. Like, that's what it's all about. You know, he's trying to get the absolute very best out of the players, and then to come here and see how he is now and how he addresses the team, it's the same way. Like, he had a speech the other day that just kind of gave me goosebumps. you know, just talking about guys being physical and being dominant in the way they play and how they approach the game. It's just amazing because it's stuff that we heard back in the 90s with Butch Davis and all those guys. So just seeing like he's just chip off the old block, you know. So that's Mario, and Mario's always been a great coach. He's always been a hell of a player when he was here as well. So, you know, he's bringing that attitude, bringing that tenacity to the football team, and I'm on board with that all day.
You coached with Hall of Famer Warren Sapp at Colorado. What was his reaction when you told him he was coming back home to your alma mater?
It was great. Me and Sal got extremely close in Colorado, so it was always love. And that's the same thing with everybody. Even talking to Coach Prime and the whole coaching staff, you know, they were more than supportive of me making this move. You know, this is an opportunity for me to come back to my roots, and everybody saw it that way. You know, really great people up there. You know, I got all the utmost respect for Coach Prime that I could possibly have, and Sal the same thing. You know, Sal, we talked for about 30 minutes after I told him I was coming here. He's like, I got it. I'm gonna hold down the fort here in Colorado, and you go do your thing. We'll show them how we did it up here. You know, and that's just what it is. Because we thought we had a good role with those guys. We took you know, an average, talented defensive line and finished the college season with 39 sacks and a ton of TFLs. So we were ranked in the country in those categories, and that's the same thing we're trying to do here. So. Yeah.
Did you know Corey Hedman before, you know, the hiring process started and everything, or how have you gotten to know him since you got here?
I didn't know him before then, but after the interview process started, we talked on the phone quite a bit, you know, just kind of getting familiar with the system and how he saw things, because he was a D-line coach at JMU, and then I know he coached over in Rutgers with Coach Shiano. Shiano was my defensive coordinator here my last couple of years. So there's some Mike names in there that he's came across that I've worked with, played for before. So, you know, it was more important that we talked and just got a feel for each other and just kind of started that relationship on the phone. And now being here, working with him every day, it's been amazing. You know, he's a really good dude, really good coach. He knows his stuff, really good on the back end, what he wants to do coverage-wise. So I'm all excited for what he's teaching and what he's bringing to the table.
Now, you've only been back for about 2 weeks, but you've been part of a legendary program here at Miami 2001 team. What are some of the similarities that you see in culture from that team to this one?
That's a good question. So what you see is guys that want it. They want to get better, you know, and they're looking to be coached, and they're looking to be coached hard, and that's what I'm bringing to the table. And just seeing these guys and how they're approaching their work, how they're coming out, approaching everything out on the field, how they approach the classroom, the learning part of it. They're hungry. They want to win, you know. I know they got a bad taste in their mouth from what happened down the stretch last year, and they want to redeem that. So we're going to try to redeem it.